Hello and welcome to another update video on Solana. Well, the Solana chart has held, or is still holding support rather. So we will take a look on the smaller time frame in a minute, how that's playing out. But here overall, looking at the bigger picture, bigger time frame, larger time frame, the overall idea here is that, yep, we could test this support zone again. We already did back in September here, when the price dipped into this region and bottomed around $191 while being oversold on the 4-hour time frame and several other time frames. Price turned around and rallied 25% and hit the resistance area again. So from the beginning, I told you this could just be a B wave, and we might test this support zone again, but we don't have to. A more meaningful low might have been established here. This pullback is deep enough. We should also not forget about this trend line. It's not ideal, this trend line, because there are different ways how this could be drawn. Yeah, looking at the wicks here or the candle closes, but overall, it's not perfect, but we might test this trend line again. That would be another support parameter I'd like to pay attention to. Yes, the microstructures might shift on the 1-hour time frame, but the broader thesis would not change. So I will always encourage people to zoom out and understand what's the broader thesis. Yeah, our bullish thesis doesn't change just because maybe on the smallest time frame a micro support level breaks. It's not even broken at the moment, but that would not change the thesis. So we would not need to change our bias. In the very short term, it might mean a bit of a deeper pullback, but it doesn't change the overall assumption that we still could go higher in this cycle and the price could rally to $300 plus. So please, please, please remember this support zone is still relevant between $172.70 and $198.69. Plus the trend line, obviously, which is coming in at around $203 at the moment. So if we then take a look at the shorter time frame for Solana, then you can see that on the shorter time frame here, on the 4-hour time frame, the 1-hour time frame, we see this wave 4 might have bottomed. It might have bottomed, but we need a 5-wave move up for a first indication that this is the case. Here you basically see everything zoomed in with more detail. You also see that the B wave here might have topped and we could enter that lower support region again. I just showed you that one. In the very short term, the nearest micro support area is here at $219. Any decisive break below, I showed you yesterday what that means, could indicate that we're heading down into this support area, probably to test the area around $180. However, there will be other support levels along the way. I just shared with you the trend line, and there would be another alternatively bullish scenario. Yeah, I mean, remember that this move to the upside is a C wave in the white scenario. The question is just, has this C wave started, or do we get a larger pullback before the C wave starts? At the moment, I'm tracking this C wave in the orange scenario, in the directly bullish scenario, as an impulse. But it could also be a diagonal pattern. So for example, this is a 3-wave move up, but in a diagonal pattern, this could be wave 1 of C. We might get a pullback in wave 2 of C. Then an ABC structure in wave 3 of C. Wave 4, wave 5, and then it's complete. So I just want to highlight here, it's not black or white, right? There are gray areas in between where the price, the price could form something in between. I just want to highlight that just by breaking upper micro support, it doesn't mean we have to come down all the way to $180. But we would then obviously remove the orange count and we will look for lower prices until the market gives us the next micro 5-wave move up. But overall, again, $173 is the key support here. That's the update on Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to join us on X for additional updates. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.